reaction, nagpagawas ka og reaction nga wala mo recognize sa maong lakang. Tapos sa pagbutuhay, duha lang kamo ang na-against, dunay pito no ang waya mo putar. Unong buto, pito sa napulo ka mga board members kuman. So unoy sunod nga mahitabo ni sir.
Well, sa tinuray, kung subayo nimo ang proceedings, wala ma-override ang veto ng governor. Because initially, during that session, 9 ang nabotar pabor na i-override ang veto. The presiding chair at the time was board member Kaiser Cabo. And on that occasion, the voting was 9 against 1. Now, gipangutana si board member Kaiser Cabo as presiding chair, what is his ruling of the two-thirds vote of all the members of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan? Now, he decided, he came up with a statement placed on record, found in the minutes, that the two-thirds vote, according to House rules and according to the provision of the local government code, two-thirds votes of all members of the Sangguniang is 10, not 9. So that was the ruling of the chair, and it should prevail. Now, they filed a motion for reconsideration, which under our rules requires also another two-thirds vote. Kuman kay nahitabo, hintakhan na siguro si board member LB guys sa debate na arang kataas, magpuli-puli ng istorya, sinusubukan, most likely panaw siya because she cannot anymore sustain the deliberation, which was going nowhere, naglibot-libot ra. So kuman, nag-file sila motion for reconsideration. At the time, no, relinquish na si board member Recabo, si chair. So kuman, no, assume as new presiding officer si board member Larong. And out of the 9 majority members, they become only 8. Kinupano naman si board member Igay. So kuman, pagbutuhan, there were 7 affirmative votes, none negative votes, kay we did not anymore participate because we found it nakatawanan at charade na naghihimo lamang ng kingkoy ang Sangguniang Panlalawigan. Tanawa, of all things that a board member should do, ang presiding officer even voted. If say may voting na 7-0, he even voted, so it became 8. Now the point is, has the ruling of the new presiding officer earned sufficient votes to override the veto of the governor, which requires 2/3 votes of all members of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan. An original vote is 9, but with their motion for reconsideration, it became now 7. Na kinubutar man by what reason or so, nubutar man ang presiding officer, imbis kay mag-neutral. Nahimong 8. So, are we saying that 8 votes can override now the 2/3 votes required of all members of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan? Dili gani pwede ang 9 kana 8 pa. Nagkaroon kuman hapon na they wanted to legitimize the alleged overriding of the veto. pito ra gihapon na nagkabutar. This time nakaamgo na siguro si board member Larong, iya na mabutar. So pito ra. The question is, can 7 votes override the veto message of Governor Lyndon Barbers? If at the very first instance it did not override because there was a ruling by the chair, board member Recabo, na nagkinalang 10, kay 9 naman sila, kuyang na isa. Kung man kay 7 naman sila, sa ito pa mas labaw ang 7 kaysa 9. So, mahuyog na katauanan ang amo mga proceedings ko man because of the insistence, because of the private agenda na ato mga kaiba na board members to push the overriding of the veto of the governor. Bahala na kung uno. They are trying to twist the House rules, and they're trying to project that they have jurisprudence. I have also jurisprudence which says the computation of the two-thirds votes is two-thirds of all members of the Sangguniang Panalawigan, or in the case of the city, including the city vice mayor. In the case of province, including the vice governor in the computation. Kaya mo jurisprudence. So taglang bito na ko sila na the better part of prudence is to go to court, question the ruling of board member Recabo na 10 ang magic number pag-override. Dili kon ada na hinong kita maghimo, magbuling-buling sa ato hawanan din ato Sangguniang Panalawigan and make another rules which are a far departure required of overriding the veto of the governor. So sa karon, in my humble opinion, waya ma-overriden ang veto ng governor. Kay sumaya pa, there was already a ruling by the presiding chair. It was there was a motion to reconsider. It was denied. Do insister pa sila na huyog na hinunan mas lugamay ang ilang boto. From 9 na himunan 7 na kay ang presiding chair in the unoy ida nauna-una na in naman sa pagbutar so kuman tag-utro na sa nila to affirm na na-override kuno ang veto ng governor. Dili gyapon two-thirds kay 7 ra sila. Unom ra. So kung unom, sa ato pa mas labaw ang unom kaysa 9.
Kaya naman maputar ang presiding chair.
Tanawa, kung uno ka maroon daw nato presiding chair, niya itong last session mabutar. Karon iya naman mabutar. I should have insisted na mabutar na sa. Pero kuman, unom ra kan. So, kung unom ra kan, by simple logic, bisan dili ta abogado, kuanra, reasonable man, ang unom, maka-override ba ng veto ng governor? Kung ang requirement is 9 or 10, nuos in the last session 7, kuman nuubos pa ito ng size. Ay hain pasing na.
Na, sir, ang katong motion naman itong gi-aprobahan nila, 6. O niya, duhara mo nag-against, isa nag-abstain, waya na mo buta ng presiding chair, meaning na-approve dito na motion.
Approve in the sense na doon ay division of the House. But the motion cannot override the resolution cannot override the veto.
Mao to
Because
nakatawa ka?
mao to nga nahimong katawanan. Ang unom na hinuong karon maka-override ang veto while the previous session ang 7 or 8 naka-override ng veto na ang requirement is 10. At the time, there were 9. Sa sunod sesyon, kung mo pasar pa sila ng resolution, reaffirming, basi 5 ragan sila or 4 ragan. So, dapat nung we should maintain decorum or yung proper perspective para pagputihir na integrity na nato sanggunian panluigan, because we are an institution, dili kay we are a political dummies ng mga people na daon sa likod nagmaniubra, pulling strings. Dili ko naman doon, because we are duty bound sa ato constituency. So amo ra jay kasulti dun the overriding veto or the overriding of the veto of Governor Barbers has not been done because 2/3 votes was not obtained. This time, nawala yung 6. And lastly, kung pananglitan, dili i-recognize ni Governor Barbers tungod kay the presiding chair, board member Recabo has already made a ruling that the 2/3 vote of required is 10, not 9. So what can they do? They should go to court. So if that is the case, if the governor decides to abide with the ruling of board member Recabo, the ordinance stays and should be enforced because as chief executive, he is duty bound to enforce the law because he is, by operation of law, the enforcer of the law and other of the Constitution, the law of the land, the ordinances passed by the province.
Bert, sa milabay to yung kasesyon, baga ini sunod-sunod ang idyo tag-discuss sa hawanan ng sangguniang panalawigan. Gani, pipila ka instances na nagmiresulta sa pagbinutuhay. Naisa ko pa ba dyan sa sakto na ruling sa sangguniang panalawigan na inana ang pag-discuss ni Diyos sa ini na issue?
Amo lagi tanawa, they are in bad faith. Nga naman, they did not put it in the agenda dito sa other matters when people's interests were already dwindling down. Ako nagtuwa ko na kapanahon ako. But we are constrained to stay put. Kaya kung dili ka mo stay put, mahimo na wal kontra sila, magpadayag ng opinion as a matter of record na mabutang sa minutes. Kaya definitely, at one time or the other, any na incident will go to court and most likely will reach the Supreme Court. So, amo doon na para sa iyo, ako sa natingaya. Kay definitely under our rules, singod doon ng mga klase na resolution, dapat i-agenda as part of the business of the day. Dili kon ipaagi sa lipot. That is a treachery taglong pa, lipot. Kay waya man nila pakita nila intensyon, daan.
Pero kung what if next session, jaon paghihapon ni si Ja?
Ay bahala sila. Basta just because they are majority numbers, that is not correct. Tyranny of numbers should not be resorted to just to earn a point. And dapat eksakto ang interpretation of the law. Kung di kita maka-interpretar, we seek the opinion of the Department of Justice, which is the department tasked in rendering legal opinion of how to interpret the provision of law. Ang DILG, I do not, murag di kayo kumakauyon sa DILG because daghan ilang variations. At one time, nag-ingon sila nga, muna, the other time, huwag ka nag-ingon nila nga pass-through nga kuwan. At that is already been proven, mali ang DILG opinion. And And katawan pa, kay this ordinance is not our ordinance, is not the ordinance of Governor Barbers. This is the ordinance of Attorney Francisco Matugas. And all the board members who are now opposing or now trying to override the veto are the authors of that ordinance. So, makita nimo, tanaw nimo, kung ano may daon sa agenda sa likod, na una man, sa una okay, kumandili naman. That's plain and simple.
Pero di sa other matters, sir, mo ni kadaghanan ginahimo sa mga proceedings, meetings, etc. Ang ari sa other matters, ang mga controversial issues nga di makabantay ang kalaban.
Well, that is unfair kay para dapat makabantay para mastudyuhan. There should be no surprises. If they are confident enough sa ila position, they should not resort to trickery or surprise. Kay kung confident pa ka sila nga sakto sila. So anong di man i-agenda? And in fact, under our rules, John, no measure can be tackled upon except when there is a committee report. Except when it is of utmost importance or panalitan di kinahanglan kay John, between life and death or what, urgent ka ra daw. Na in this is daily magun urgent. Kaya kung urgent pa ini, hagbay na nila pasar sa una. Naghuyat sila for almost 4 months after the veto message. Kuman pa nila tukiya. Ang tinuray, tagtuki nila kumakita, kasabaan sila sa ilamo.
You were not given a copy of that resolution or that motion?
Draft.
Waya.
Waya draft? Or
Waya.
Ay, board, nakinabi na mo gahapon si Governor Barbers. O ganin siya standpoint is, yan siya tag-recognize and doon na pag-override. And in the coming days daw, Joy pa dayag na isa ka provincial ordinance. So kung may tabo doon magpadadyo na dili tag-recognize ni Gov and pag-override, tapos diri tagpaninguslo na tag-override na ang veto message. So may tabo.
The 9 majority members should go to court and question the ruling of Board Member Ricabo and as well as the action of Governor Lyndon Barbers. If only to resolve once and for all, kay korte na may maka-resolve ng ini na mga issue, kay legal issue na ini. If the governor would not recognize that the veto has been overridden, the ordinance stays and the governor can enforce the law. Langon nimo ang mga bata-bata nila dito speakers na magdayanan ng mga lansa dito kung di pa sila madakop ng probinsya for violation of Section 100 of the Provincial Ordinance Number 1. I challenge them. Kuman pa. O sige, na-overridden makanido. Ipadaya na doon ito mga barges gikan sa Cebu na magkuhanan sana gravel sa Ormoc o sa Leyte. Padungguan na sa dapa. Tanaw na to kung di ba masangit.
Pero kung epekto ni ini na may laom pa, may pagkasinabtanan ng executive and legislative sa ini na veto message, pag-override, kung may mahimong epekto ni ini, especially sa San Gravel dito sa Siargao.
Sa pagkakuman, waya may issue ng shortage. There is a surplus of supply of sand and gravel. Ang pricing ra may diferensya. Kaya there are even people identified with the Matugas family who are selling sand and gravel. And they are dictating the price. And that is why Governor Lyndon Barbers is now trying to pass a provincial ordinance regulating the price of sand and gravel dito sa Siargao because he is cognizant of the fact na hibayo siya na arang na sand and gravel dito pero mahal pa gyapon ang presyo sa iban na mga proprietors na negosyante. So amo daw ang focus ko man pag-regulate ang price para maubos. Amo daw dapat unta na pinagka naman ang supply under the law on supply and demand dapat maubos pero wala. Tungod kay there are businessmen there operating na they are still fixing the price sa ila gusto. So, ang iba nito mga tao, either mapilit o palit o arrest sa mabarato. In fact, that was my suggestion during the deliberation of the San Agrabel. Nag-executive session kami dugay na human until I finally introduced a measure para win-win solution na dili natin override, nagkuha na kita ng kaya dito reklamo kuyang na supply ng San Gravel sa nan taas ang presyo. So ang solusyon, we pass a provincial ordinance na mag-regulate ng price. Okay na to sila tanan. But suddenly, natawagan ng iban, naliso ang mga uyo. No, insisted gihapon na pag-override ng veto. So what can we do? There are people behind these board members who are dictating them on what to do.
Gusto niyo pagkasiguro sir na nanawag sa ila during your session?
Nahibaya ko doon kay before they came here, doon sa premier, watong voting sa totals, gi-cancel ito sa Navarro. Sila tanan. They were in caucus. Dato'y ano, diwindi dito. And they cannot deny. They came here united, united force, united front, thinking that they have the magic number.
Okay, last. So sa inin na pangitabo board, nagpasabot ba, especially ka ganin ng action, na medyo nagkadako ang liki lang pa sa pag maradyaw unta na relasyon tali na sa executive and legislative branch?
Well, dili doon kalikayan, there would be an impression nga ang liki magkadako. Kung unsa kadako nga liki, mahibawa na in the coming days. While we have the power of the purse and union, but the implementer of the budget, the executor of all projects, dili man kami, di man ko sanggunian, but this the chief executive, the governor. So, I hope na dili mo worsen ang relationship, but they are trying, they are initiating that there na daw ay mahimo na liki na ang liki mo dako. Now, we just infer from that, hopefully na ini mabalik sa normal. Because the condition to make this normal is to patch up the issue on overriding the veto. Tungod kay waya na ini kinahanglan na kay sulbad na ang problema sa Siargao.
So, what pasabot in the coming days, murag buya na mitabo ng give and take, especially sa imo na brought up na budgeting, execution and all?
Well, dili ako makasulti na waya na give or take, but from our reading, sama sa observation na dahil liki, nag-anong kadako ang liki, ini makuyo gadod na ang give or take will be very limited or matod pa ni board member Bully, with this being done, walang sadyo pa ang pag-create ng controversy. lalo pan-eleksyon dapat dili ana yung tanga ini imuon na magnet para mag-divide and once united na executive or legislative.
Pero sir, sa session command doon ay motion to give to the request of the governor na mag state of the province address sa provincial gym kunya nasugot ang mga majority board members, so meaning wala ilang pagsupak or sa veto ra siguro ang hinungdan nga
Well,
wala
John,
sa sinabot.
John, they cannot do otherwise because that is our duty. When the governor requests that he be allowed to deliver a state of the province address, we cannot do otherwise but give way to the request. Ano lang ana ila pugnan doon. We will go into a much worse in perception sa mga tao na namulitika na kami. Dili doon na ever since I was in the opposition before and we never objected to the delivery of the state of the province or the state of the mayor's address, either in the city or the province. Prerogative doon ng executive.
Pero ang board member may higayon sab nga pwedeng dili mo tunga.
Bahala nila. Basta let the chief executive deliver his piece because that on our part, that is our duty to attend, to listen because that is part of legislation na mahibayo kita ng direction, plano, vision ng chief executive para kita as legislator mahibayo kita, kunahin kita sakay, kunahin kita pwesto, ano yato role sa pag-collaborate. Hindi kung tungkol kay kita down sa opposition and you have the majority na pirmi na kita oppose. I'm grateful that in many measures that the governor requested, these 9 board members acceded and did their duty. I appreciate that. Pero kung man lamang medyo this has become a trigger.
Thank you, sir.